Hey everyone, I'm Rushabh Mashru and this is my Fuel Science 431 presentation, and I'm going to be talking about the environmental and economic impacts of the Gulf of Mexico oil spill. It is also known as the Deepwater Horizon oil spill or the BP oil spill, and it occurred on April 20th in 2010. A gas release caused an oil rig explosion which resulted in 4.9 million barrels of oil to spill in the ocean for almost 87 days. This oil spill is considered the largest to date, and 2,000 gallons of crude oil and hydrocarbons were released in the ocean as compared to the previous largest Exxon Valdez, which was 1,100. After the explosion and capsizing of the oil rig, there were dire catastrophes, and this tragic incident killed 11 people, severely injured multiple others, and destroyed the local ecosystem with an astonishing 8,000 plus deaths of animals. So, how did this spill happen? Like, what is the incident? Drilling rigs are used to locate and drill offshore wells, which usually have combined drilling and production facilities. And this rig was located 1522 meters below sea level in the Mississippi Canyon. On April 20th, a malfunction caused a blast of natural gas to blast up the concrete core, cracking it, and when it reached the platform, it ignited and caused an explosion which resulted in an immediate death of 11 crew members. It burned for 2 whole days, and the oil rig eventually capsized, sunk, and broke the riser. And following this oil spill, BP was fined more than $20 billion that included crime and civil penalties, and the money was allocated for natural resource damages, the Clean Water Act, and to compensate the states that were affected. This oil spill was the biggest to date, and a number of ecosystems and industries had been affected in such a small time. Due to the widespread damage, it is necessary to evaluate the consequence of such an event on the world. This oil spill killed 15,700 marine species and 8,332 different types. In addition to killing many animals, it caused mutations such as eyeless fish, eyeless shrimp, and pink mass on fish gills. Even today, you can see the effects of this as dolphins keep dying from getting choked on the crude oil in the bottom of the ocean. In addition to just the marine life, this also affected humans because the oil spill released harmful toxins in the ocean, which was consumed by marine life, eventually moving up the food chain. The Cleanup Act was also added to a pollution because of the boats and the chemical dispersants that were used. Other than the environmental impacts, it had huge economic impacts on the entire world because oil is the most common commodity. Economy all around the world was affected. BP's stock fell 52% in 50 days because of the spill, and oil prices shot up because of the supply shock. Their valuation fell by about $100 billion, and it put them in number 3 as the world's leader in oil production before they were number 1. This also affected the local fishermen and other people who relied on marine life for their livelihoods. And he said that they caught around 10% of the shrimp that they used to. And this oil spill helped us understand the need and importance of how oil is a limited resource, and whether oil was wasted in the ocean or used, we would have eventually reached a situation where we would need to find other resources. And I think this aided in the development and extraction methods that are more efficient and relatively safe, such as fracking. The oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico was undoubtedly the worst to date. 11 people died, the cleanup costed billions, unimaginable number of wildlife ecosystems were destroyed. However, this is not all bad. Due to the spill, researchers and engineers around the world have partnered to create new innovations. These will hopefully tackle the next spill swiftly and more importantly, possibly prevent it in the first place. Along with new inventions and innovations, strict regulations have now been set into place, and these will work to limit the damage done from spills and maintain rigs to prevent them. Above all the lessons we have learned about how to care and respect the environment will stick with us for the longest of time. This spill was devastating, but it has made the world a brighter place in the hopes that we may begin to improve our efficiency of extracting resources, minimize environmental impact, and continue our economic development. Thank you.